So I already did a video on this, but as a lot of my videos are, it was too long for YouTube, so I'm just gonna do a short rendition of this video. My video was about the side effects and the hurtful things that can happen because of bulimia and purging, and laxative abuse. And the first thing I wanted to touch on, I'm going to try to go do this as fast as possible, is that bulimia has the very real potential of making you gain weight. Like, this isn't the most serious side effect out there, but I know it's the one that girls worry about the most. So, I figured I might as well do that one first. In bulimia, you binge on anywhere from 1,000, to like as many calories as you can fit in your stomach. For me, it's usually between 1,000 and 3,000 calories. And when you purge, the average amount of calories you get up by purging is about 50%. So if you think you're gonna, start purging to lose weight, I mean, yeah, you might lose weight, but also, there's the very real possibility that, like me, you will gain weight because of your purging. Because when you're bulimic, you binge and you purge, and then you keep a lot of the calories in. Sorry, and I mean, the thing about bulimia is that you don't have to be like, any eating disorder really, is that you don't have to be like 90 or 80 or 70 pounds. You don't have to be underweight to have an eating disorder, especially bulimia. Most girls or guys who have bulimia are normal to overweight, mainly because of the binging and purging factor. Another side effect that you'll run into with bulimia is bloatedness. You will get very, very, very bloated from bulimia, and I'm not exactly sure the medical cause of this, but I think it has something to do with the fact that you're ridding your body of all your electrolytes. And so it's like, I kind of compare it to, even though I don't know if this is correct, I compare it to eating too much salt, because that'll make you bloat. And I think bulimia is purging is very similar. You eat, vomit, and then bloat. Common places that you'll bloat are your tummy, well, obviously, and also your fingers and your hands and your feet will get swollen. I met girls in the hospital that had to wear special kind of socks because their bulimia or purging made it so that their feet would swell up and it would be painful to walk or just wear shoes or anything, so they basically just wore these socks to help reduce the swelling. Another topic that I wanted to go into is that you get really bad acid reflux or irritation of your throat and everything, which kind of goes into one because it's due to the purging. The acid coming back up through your esophagus wears it down, and you get really bad sore throats all the time. Like, I'm not even kidding. My throat is killing me right now, and I didn't even purge yesterday. You just have a chronic sore throat. Also, with acid reflux, acid reflux is where, you eat something and then it comes back up, or you get acid coming back up. You can take medicine for this, but it doesn't always help, But, I'm sorry, I'm kind of going through this really quickly because I want my video to be the correct length for once. Another nasty side effect that you have to look forward to if you start purging or if you are purging, is that, you might rip a hole in your stomach. Like, I don't talk to this girl, but I follow her on Tumblr, and she's really an amazing person, and I wish her the best, but she just got discharged from the hospital, like a hospital, not a mental hospital, like in the ER, because due to her chronic purging, she ripped a hole in her stomach, or a tear in her stomach, and this is a very real possibility with someone who purges often, or even not that often, you know, it can happen at any time, but it's more likely if you have been purging often. And I've never had one of these, but like I can't even imagine how incredibly painful they are. Like, you think being fat is painful or terrifying? Well, think of having a gash in your stomach with all your stomach acid leaking out into your body. Like, that's kind of terrifying and painful and horrifying, and you don't want to go through that. Also, you can rip your esophagus open, which is, I have had close calls with that, I guess, but it's never actually happened. It's from the purging. Again, as I said, the acid, your stomach acid kind of eats away at your throat lining, and then if you purge enough, you will rip your esophagus. And I mean, I've come close to that, and it hurt, and I didn't even like fully rip my esophagus, so I don't even want to think about how horrible that would be. A small warning: if you are purging blood or have purged blood in the past, I would go get that checked out. Mainly because, you know, it could be an indicator of, you know, that you have a hole or tear in your stomach or esophagus. You can purge 2 different types of blood. If it's bright red blood, it's probably from your esophagus or your mouth, and you need to get that checked out. But even more serious, if it's dark red blood, then you need to get your ass to the ER like as soon as possible, because you have the possibility, the very real possibility, of having a tear in your stomach, and you need to get that checked out before it kills you. What else do I want to talk about? Sorry, I had this webpage open with my last video that I'm basing this off of, and then my computer crapped out on me, and I don't have it anymore. With bulimia, you're gonna feel weak and dizzy all the time, and with any eating disorder, really. But with bulimia, you will since you're getting rid of a lot of essential, you know, nutrients in your body that you really need, you're just not going to feel good. Everything after you purge, you know, everything's going to be too bright. You're going to have to sit down. You're going to get dizzy. You're going to feel sick. The noises are going to be too loud. It's like having a migraine mixed with like the stomach flu. Like, it's that bad. I want to talk a little bit about laxative abuse. Since right now I've just covered the vomiting purging part, but with laxative abuse, it does a lot of the same things. It depletes your electrolytes, it makes you bloat. And the thing is about laxatives, the scale may go down a bit when you use laxatives, like after you shit it all out, but it's not real weight. Like, you're gonna shit that out anyways, so you might as well just wait without doing the harm to your body, because again, it's just water weight. It's not real weight. It's not gonna, you know, make you look any skinnier or anything. It's just gonna flush your body of water, and you're gonna be, you know, having diarrhea for like 12 hours sitting on the toilet crying. Like, I'm not even kidding. This is the reality of bulimia and taking laxatives. Like, you'll be in so much fucking pain. You'll, like, seriously, like, you'll be on the toilet at 3 in the morning, like, why the fuck did I do this? Like, this isn't worth the pain. This isn't worth, you know, me shitting my brains out, you know, to lose a pound of water weight just to gain it all back, you know, in, like, a day. Also, with laxatives, it causes a lot of bloating, and also it can really fuck up your bowels. Like, when I was in my heavy laxative abusing state, I was taken off of them when I went to the hospital, and I had to take milk of magnesia, which is disgusting, by the way, and I I seriously didn't shit for like 11 days. It was pretty bad. Like, my stomach was out to like, well, it's not, you can't really tell on the screen, but I was bloated as fuck and I couldn't shit, and that made me feel even worse. So, if you're thinking about taking laxatives, just don't do it. Like, it's just not worth it. You're gonna poop, you're gonna feel miserable, and you're gonna gain all the weight back. Now, I want to end on a kind of more recovery positive note. I'm gonna give a few things that'll help you along with your recovery, since I hope by watching this video you're kind of like scared to death, like, oh, I don't really want any of that to happen to me, like the whole death by stomach tears and bloating and weight gain and, everything swelling up thing. So I think the first step to your recovery, you have to talk to somebody. Like, parents are probably the best, but if you don't live at home or you aren't close to your parents or you just don't feel comfortable telling them, you can go to a school counselor. You can go to a general practitioner. You can go to a therapist if you can afford one, and if you can't afford one, there might be free health services somewhere, or especially if you go to college. At least in the States, a lot of colleges offer free therapy for a certain amount of sessions, and I really recommend you go to that. And or even a psychiatrist too. That'll help, because only a psychiatrist can formally diagnose you as bulimic. And after you've done that, I highly suggest you stick with that, and you get a solid support team around you, so that when you're feeling down, you have someone, like, a support team doesn't even have to be like a bunch of doctors. It could be like friends or parents or siblings or anyone, just so you have someone to reach out to when, you have that urge to binge and purge. Probably gonna end my video there. Like, there's a lot more that I want to cover, but I just don't have the time, so I'll probably make another video very similar to this later. Bye, guys.